So it has been a while since I have managed to make a video. I've done a little bit of rucking, but haven't always had the opportunity to camera out. It's been raining and stuff. And in the last couple of weeks I went on holiday. I was in Brazil for a few weeks and I didn't do anything apart from sit around by the pool and go shopping and stuff, so no exercise. Now I'm back in England and it's cold and wet, and I've had a little operation on my face, so I've got a few stitches and things happening. So all this stuff's kind of led me to not really be training for the last 2 to 3 weeks properly or with any intensity. But today it's kind of dry. It was only lightly raining a minute ago, and I don't think it's that cold either, but perfect day to get out and get back into a walk through the woods. A lot's changed since I was last in these woods. There are puddles everywhere. Luckily I'm wearing wellies, waterproof trousers, so I can get through all this. But yeah, it's been hard to just get back out and, you know, get out rucking again when the weather changes. Like, it's kind of easier in the summer. You know, you still need your discipline and motivation and all that, but it's definitely easier in the summer. In the winter, the motivation isn't really there. It's cold and dark and wet, and it's not ideal, and you can't really control any of that. So you have to use discipline to get you through. You have to decide that you are still going to go out once or twice a week, or however many times, whether it's raining, whether it's too cold, whatever. You know, control the things you can control and don't worry about what you can't. Like, dress warmer, wear the right stuff, get wellies on or boots on, bring a torch or a light, walk through the streets, or, you know, whatever you have to do, whatever adaptations you have to make it work. I think you just have to push through in the winter and keep going, because it's worth it. Because, like I said, the motivation will come back in the summer. The summer will come back, and, you know, we'll be out here 3, 4, 5 times a week if we can. We'll be doing longer ones on the weekend, because it's enjoyable and fun, and it's nice to be out in the sunshine. But in the winter, you're not always going to get kind of blue sky like today. A lot of the time it is going to be rainy, just cold and horrible, and you just have to do it anyway, because really all that fun and excitement in the summer is all you're going to be preparing for it in the winter. You know, I want to keep going during the winter. I want to get better during the winter, stay fit, focus on it, keep on top of my diet, and keep going, so that when the summer comes around, you know, this summer is going to be better than last summer. I'm going to be more in shape, more fitter, and ready to really make the most of it this year, you know, this next year coming. Even while I was away on holiday, I've maintained a good diet, just kind of eating simple things for breakfast, like eggs and coffee and fruit, and then lunchtime eating a lot of sort of Brazilian beef and rice salad, and, you know, staying away from, I had the occasional treat, but not just overindulging, like being conscious of it. And as a result, I've kind of dropped 4 kilos over the last 5-6 weeks gradually. So I'm still making progress towards slimming down and getting closer towards that body and kind of athletic look that I want to achieve through rucking, through boxing, through weightlifting. Rucking's always there. It's always the foundation of my routine in fitness, it's always the thing that I go back to, the thing that I do first, the thing that lets me know if I'm, you know, how fit I feel. Like I haven't done it for a while, and it's definitely heavier on my shoulders today. We're going to be out for an hour doing this, and it's a great way to get back into it. And I have been doing some weight sessions. I've been mixing things up a little bit recently. I might record some of these workouts because they are quite difficult and intense, and I kind of want to show people that, like, you don't need a full gym. Like, I'm following some training methods that are quite lightweight, you know, 5 or 6 kilos, 10 kilos max for some things, but it's like lots of repetitions, lots of holding things in static positions, followed by very slow repetitions, lots of them, followed by like very fast sets of repetitions, and very little rest. It's all about just feeling like a burn for a long time. It really does produce a lot of lactic acid, and it really does get all my muscles shaking with like just exhaustion and fatigue. And it's kind of the opposite of what I usually do, which is to kind of go as heavy as I can for maybe 8 to 10 reps. Sometimes when I do that, I don't feel so safe as the weight gets heavier. So I'm quite enjoying training with lighter weights, and I feel like I've switched to it because I think it kind of works well for boxing, which for me requires to have like good muscular endurance for a solid hour of training and sparring and all that sort of stuff. So less about, you know, the heavy weight and trying to be strong or a bodybuilder. I'm all about trying to get lean, be athletic, look athletic, feel like an athlete, you know, perform like an athlete. So yeah, this really is just a quick update video, just to kind of like get back on the camera, get myself saying something that I'm thinking, haven't done it in a while, and keep going with it really. Like, you know, it's just a little bit of an update, and then, you know, I'm gonna have a think about my next video and think about something I want to talk about, or whatever's been on my mind recently. But yeah, I'm sure things are going to come, because I've been a bit stuck for training recently, and like I said, now I'm getting myself back into it. My face is healing up, stitches will be coming out soon. I can start training a bit more intensity, and I've got no holidays, nothing planned in front of me, so I really want to just focus on getting fit, because like I say, summer will come back around again, and I always have the possibility that I might be doing some boxing competitions again soon, so I really want to be at my leanest for that, and my best really. If you're gonna compete, you want to be ready for the competition. So yeah, we'll see. That's all for today. You know, keep rucking everyone, keep going through winter. You'll all be happy you did when it gets to summer.